You, you never, Universuary. 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 Bing. So, because I watched the Pitch Perfect 2 on Thursday and Pitch Perfect 2 yesterday, let's take a look at Pitch Perfect 3, which is like the final film in this trilogy. And I have a lot of things to say about this one because, so pretty much what this movie is about is that after their competition in college ended, the Bellas are sent to by the military to go to Spain, and then later France for a competition with other bands, and they kind of was different from the Bellas since they use instruments. And also the father of Amy came in, and they had a very bad timing together since Amy doesn't want him at all after what happened to was bad with him in the past. And then some other dude named Theo tries to convince Becca to go sing on her own because of the TJ Khaled, who believes that she could be the true main singer and not the Bellas. And that's what I can say about it for now. I'll say this. I thought like the first two acts were pretty good. I really liked the first two acts of this movie. Like, technically it doesn't feel like a true Pitch Perfect movie because they don't have any problem to redeem compared to the first two films like they did. Like if you've seen this one, they already have good stuff in their life, especially in their beginning. But the one problem they had was to like sing with, they were being rivals with the other bands who are using instruments, and they're thinking about you. And I was like, so like, is it really gonna end with like they use instruments, especially since like they because in the USL competition song, uh, the other bands were using their instruments and singing a lot and very cool songs. And then the best was saved for last, singing Cheap Thrills, but before the song could end, they get interrupted, and then the casino happens where Amy meets up with his father again, and then later Becca was chosen by Theo to become the main singer. And there were some good jokes in the movie. It got me a laugh at me. One thing that's confusing though is that the troublemakers are never seen nor mentioned, even though that some of the three Bellas are like in a relationship with them. They never call them or see a cameo of them. Like, makes no sense whatsoever. But I thought the first two acts were pretty good, especially during the competition song with the Evermost singing a song and the Cheap Thrill song from the Bellas. Oh, and also the opening where Emily's Henry Steinfeld was singing with the other singers in gold jackets. That was kind of for nothing. They don't come back to the movie anymore after that. But that's all I can say about the second act, which, talking about this now, was some of the problems in those, is kind of okay. But part 3, it goes kind of stupid. Because it turns from a musical comedy into a weird action climax to an action comedy where after Amy refused to be with his father anymore, the father decided to kidnap the Bellas, and he calls Amy to find them before they could be down in the lake and to dance, I guess. And then Becca was going to the boat as to save them, but Becca was distracting the father, played by John Lithgow, who by singing a song about Toxic, which was by Britney Spears, as I saw in the subtitles in the movie. While Amy was going to inside the boat, fighting people as if it was in an action comedy, and once that happens, I thought myself, okay, what is going on? Like, it's so weird that we're going from a musical competition movie with a lot of singers who right now have no point in the movie anymore after that third act to a weird action comedy climax. As if it Cars 2 for the first two acts was like a sports comedy, like the first Cars movie, and then the climax it turns into a spy action movie with Damon Missile and Holly Shivwell. And like yes, the explosion thing is like gonna like is what happened in the opening, but showing it in the climax makes it a little weird. Like it feels like you're watching a different movie. And watching this movie is halfway through, it feels like it didn't need to be a Pitch Perfect movie. It could be like another different movie. But I'll say this: the way the movie ends is it's pretty awesome. Where T.J. Khaled made Becca sing a song, and she sings but she goes with she brings the bells to the performance, and the song they sing is very very epic. Not only is because Anna Kendrick is good singing in this movie, and of course the other two previous two, but visually the scene looks very awesome and stylish too. And I thought some of the endings and the scenes in the end credits were very hilarious, especially during like the scene with Elizabeth Banks and John Smith. Um, so yeah, that's all I can say about Pitch Perfect 3. I think this movie is kind of a mediocre movie. Like, I really want to like it, especially during the first two acts. But when the third act and realize some of the problems, what reviewing now, is kind of all over the place. It's not a movie for me to watch again compared to the first two. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Pitch Perfect.